Brothers and sisters, we have a unique opportunity in this election to make a change that's desperately needed in this nation. And it starts from the ground up. The labor movement, what you've done for me personally, I can't thank you enough. When I decided to run for Congress the first time around in a six-way Democratic primary, I knew I couldn't make it without labor. And if you look at what labor did in my race, you went out door to door, family member to family member, talking about the message about working families here in Maine and how important it was to have someone elected to Congress that knew what it was like to punch a time clock, that knew what it was like to worry whether or not you'll have a job tomorrow or not. You made that difference in my race. And when I went to Washington and I saw what was happening, 3 days after I was sworn in, the mill that I worked at, Great Northern Paper Company, filed bankruptcy. So I went over to the White House with my freshman class and had a chance to talk to President Bush face to face with what was happening in Maine, with Sherman Lumber Company shutting down, with the Millinocket Mill, the East Millinocket Mill. And I explained the situation with closures and bankruptcies that was occurring. The response I got from the President of the United States, what do you expect me to do about it? We will get more of the same with John McCain. And that's why this election is extremely important, brothers and sisters. I spent over an hour and 20 minutes with other fellow members of Congress from the trade working group that I established when I got in Congress to talk to Senator Obama as far as what was happening with jobs being shipped overseas and what he would do if he was elected president. Senator Obama made a commitment when I asked him point blank, if Congress tries to pass the Colombian trade deal, would he come out publicly and oppose it? He said he would. We only have 63 days left in this campaign cycle. We need every living, breathing individual to get involved in this election if we're going to make a difference. We have to educate the public of the Employees Free Choice Act and what it means to working families here in Maine and all across the country. We have to make sure that we elect Shelley Pingree in the 1st Congressional District to replace Tom, so we'll have a good labor voice in Congress. But also, we have to make sure that we also have a good working person elected in the 2nd District. So please, don't forget to go out and vote for Mike Michaud in the Senate with the rules in the Senate. They do not, even though they're in the majority, they do not have the votes to get things done. That's why it's important that Congressman Tom Allen gets elected to the United States Senate. I can tell you there's no better individual to fight for you in Washington than Tom Allen. But Tom Allen does need your help. I've heard people say, well, Senator Collins' polling numbers up there, and Tom can't win. Well, that's what they said about my race, that there's no way I'd be able to win. But I did win. And I believe Tom can win as well. The American people are ready for a change, and we're going to give them that change starting this election, starting in the state of Maine. And part of that change is going to come with Congressman Tom Allen. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to Congressman Tom Allen, the next United States Senator.